So, good morning, all. I hope all are doing very well. So, in a series of video lectures on the voltage sag mitigation techniques and the power quality problems, let us discuss today the role of the utility or the utility efforts in mitigation of the voltage sag. So, it reduce the number of the faults the utility can do one trial for the voltage sag mitigation, reducing the number of the faults. Limiting the number of the faults is an effective way not only to reduce the number of the faults but also to reduce the frequencies of the short and long term interruptions. Fault preventive action includes basically tree trimming policies, addition of the lightning arresters, LA, proper insulators, addition of the animal guards. Considerable reduction of the faults can be achieved by replacing overhead lines by the underground cables, which are less affected by the bad weather. Reduce the fault clearing time. The modern static circuit breakers available are able to clear the fault within a half cycle at a power frequencies, ensuring that no voltage sag can last longer, not more than the 0.5 cycle and less than the 1 minute. So redesigning the existing system to achieve the faster fault clearing time. As we have discussed that voltage sag is a function of the fault clearing time. System design and configuration. By proper changes in the design and configuration, we can achieve the reduction in the voltage sag and other problems, long interruption and short interruption. So let us see what is these interruptions basically. So short interruptions and the long interruptions. So we have discussed this in unit number 1E1. So short interruptions, the total interruption of the electrical supply for duration from a few milliseconds to 1 or 2 seconds. It is a short interruption. So what are the causes? Opening and reclosing of a protective devices to decommission the faulty part. Insulation failure, insulator flashover and lightning. Long interruptions are the total interruption of the electrical power supply for a duration greater than 1 or 2 seconds. So what are the causes? Equipment failure in the power system network, storms and objects falling off the tree, then vehicles colliding to the poles, striking the lines, poles, fire, bad coordinations of the protective devices are the certain causes behind the long interruption. Then let us see the momentary power interruptions. It lasts no longer than a few seconds. Again, the causes are same, like a lightning strike, fallen branches, animals coming into the contact with the power lines, transfer of load from one source to the another, advanced electronic devices which are more sensitive to the disturbances. So these are the certain different causes for the momentary power interruptions. So how to minimize these momentary interruptions? So let us have taller trees should be planted at a minimum distance of the 30 feet away from the power lines, or else let's have a right of way far away from these taller trees, because in a rainy season or a storm these trees may get fall or the transmission line, breaking the conductors or the shorting the two neighboring phases or the conductors. Medium-sized trees should be planted at least 15 feet away from the power lines. Care should be taken if a small-sized trees are planted near the power lines. Then vulnerable equipments are like digital clock, VCR, microwave ovens, stereos, TVs, computers must get protected from such kind of the interruptions. So the total interruption of the electrical supply, that utilities have installed protection devices that briefly interrupts the power to allow the time for a disturbance to dissipate. If the lightning strike the power line, there must be use of the lightning arrestor. Then large voltage is induced into the power lines. The protection equipment momentarily interrupts the power, allowing time for the surge to dissipate through the lightning arrestor. So what are the different types of the power outages? A transient fault is momentary loss of power typically caused by temporary fault on a power line. The power is automatically restored once the fault is cleared. A blackout refers to the total loss of the power. For example, like the blackout in the 2012, recent blackout in the Mumbai region, MMR region, Mumbai metropolitan region. So blackout refers to the total loss of the power to an area and is the most severe form of the power outages that can occur. It is difficult to recover it quickly. Results into the revenue loss of the money. So what are the causes? That's ice storms, lightning, wind, utility equipment failure, like all the electrical equipments that will affect the complete destruction of the operation. The solutions must be like transient voltage surge suppression, UPS, are one kind of the solutions for all these. So here with we conclude the unit number 2 regarding the voltage sags. From the next video series, we shall start our unit number 3. That is nothing but the voltage transients and the flickers. So transient over voltage and the flickers. Thank you for your patient listening.